Snowy and Bruiser. How the hell have you not got the AM blue lights?
Alright, oh yeah, I forgot. Alright, oh yeah, I forgot. There we go. All Gucci? Yes, yes, yes. Right, this is Scary Videos You Can't Unsee by Nukes Top 5 6 days ago. If you know the drill, skip on ahead. If you don't, bear with me for a second. If I get scared or scream, I get an X. If I do that 3 times, they get a like, a subscribe and a notification bell, all in order of receiving that said X. If the subscribe and the notification bell are already done, then I will substitute for subscribe for a comment and the notification bell for the share button. Now, with all bollocks, you can still right. Anyway, to make it more creepier for me, I turned my lights off, so that way it'll be more spooky. And what was I doing again? Right, and I forgot. Oh yeah, you'll be watching half of this, so half of 30 is 15 and half of 4 is 2, so 15, 16, 17 minutes and 8 seconds, pardon me. Subtitles on, we can't forget that. With that said and done, let's get to it.
Late one evening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Heather Paul is outside on her front porch having some ice cream with her husband and her 2 sons. But then, Heather suddenly spots something that absolutely creeps her out.
There's like little mosquitoes.
What kind of going on?
Yeah, just pretend you didn't see it. Just pretend you didn't see
What?
it.
What did you say? What did you say, Mommy? I couldn't hear you.
You gotta keep that open so it doesn't get all musty.
Can't tell me to find it.
Heather whispers, "She scares me," to her husband and children, but they have no idea what she's talking about. Neither her husband or sons can see the bizarre figure dressed in white that is walking down the sidewalk only about 20 feet away. Heather says that the woman looked like, quote, a lady dressed like a nurse from the 1950s with an eerie grin on her face. Heather is now freaked out. She can't understand why no one else saw the strange nurse. So she checks the footage from their front door security camera, and sure enough, the recording also shows a creepy pale figure walking right by.
It just immediately creeped me out, so I just kind of like jumped.
But it gets even weirder, because you see, Heather lives only a mile away from a notorious old abandoned mental asylum, the Philadelphia State Hospital at Byberry.
So a little backstory, I live about a mile
Gracie
from where
Hospital,
Byberry
isn't it?
State Hospital used to be. This is one of the, I'm pretty sure, the most notorious mental hospital in the country. A lot of abuse went on there. There was lobotomies performed on patients. There was experiments performed on patients. A lot of them lost their lives because they were just treated so horribly. The conditions that that hospital was in was so inhumane, and no human should have ever had to go through what these patients went through, and these people just needed help. It's just very sad. They were so overcrowded, like the nurse to patient ratio was just extreme.
With 2 student nurses and maybe 3 attendants, we have all we can do to bathe the patients, get them to cafeteria, take them to the doctors, give them their medications, and try to keep the place clean.
Now, when I was a kid growing up, we used to definitely go in there, and it was really scary. Like, the second you walk on the grounds, you just feel like it's cold, it's not normal, it feels weird. Like, you can tell somebody's watching you. There's underground tunnels underneath, so we used to run around them too, and they used to use those tunnels to transport bodies, and there was still those like metal slab beds that they were still down there when we went in there, like, you know, in the 2000s. I felt my arm grabbed in there once, and I moved my flashlight because I thought it was my friend, and my friend was like over there, and I'm like, oh my God.
But this story gets even weirder still.
You're kidding me.
Heather's dad lived in the same house as a boy. When Heather shows her dad the creepy footage, he tells her that a woman named Linda used to live in the house next door. And during the 1950s, Linda was a nurse at the old Byberry Mental Hospital. So did Heather catch the ghost of a nurse from the old abandoned hospital? And if not, why could no one else see the strange woman walking down the sidewalk? Ho ho, no. Cara Messina lives in an old house in New York State that was built.
Okay, where was I? Let's start off with the seeing the ghost thing first. First, I was going to say that maybe the dad and the children just didn't see that person at the right time and moment because they were looking in a different direction, perhaps. I could be wrong, but who knows. And then when they pardon me, seeing the camera footage, it's like, damn, they didn't believe me, but the camera caught proof. If it wasn't for the cameras, they would have sent her to that very same hospital asylum that she walked around in. I'm sorry, I'm making a joke out of a bad situation. I shouldn't. And since you felt something on your arm when you're walking around, you might have a ghost attached to you from that place. And then your husband said that they live in they used to live in the same house as one of the nurses who lived there. So it's like, coincidence? I think not. So we have, and the building is not far from where they currently live now, so it's like, coincidence? I think not. So you kind of asked for it by moving there, close to there, to be honest. And this is why you don't go into direct places and stuff like that, because you might get cursed later on down the line.
Built in the 1800s and has a very tragic past. In the early to mid 1800s, the house was part of the Underground Railroad, a network for fugitive slaves seeking freedom. Slaves escaping the South were forced to hide under the house to avoid capture by authorities. Because of its dark history, Cara believes that the house might be haunted, and she says that while her family has lived there, they have had, quote, some ghostly activity through the years. So one day, Cara and her daughter are just relaxing around the house, and they start to hear a very strange sound coming from the basement.
So for the last 20 minutes, I've been sitting on my couch, and it's been dead silent, and all of a sudden I hear Santa, and I thought it was coming from outside, and it's not. And this is my basement.
She's got the blinker. Like, she's got the bang bang, you know? Damn. I thought to myself, why are you doing that? Is she doing some kind of rude gesture? And that's when my little potato decided to be like, oh, YouTube guidelines say you can't show this particular item because this particular item promotes a particular type of subject that we don't want on YouTube. So I'm just saying, I can't say because YouTube will come for me as well. But yeah, they got the blink. They got the blink out.
Summer.
Of fucking course they have a Chucky doll, don't they? Like, you know what I would like to see? A place where there's a lot of... What the fuck? Oh shit, it was just my... Damn it, I got scared by my own PC. My PC has a RGB lighting, and since I turned lights off, I saw something like flash above me, because I usually keep my light on so I can see better, and it just got me. Yeah. Well, but as I was saying, I would like to see a house where there's a haunting going on, and it's a doll that is haunted and moving and making noise and that, and they have like a lot of dolls, and I mean like hundreds and hundreds of them, and not one of them to be a Chucky doll. And then that way I'd be like, finally, a video about a Chucky doll. A video that is like this, that doesn't have a Chucky doll.
Tell me it's in the same box as Chucky right now.
They got two.
Yeah, it's right there. What?
Oh, she doesn't have the blink blink. She has the swish swish, or the... Yeah, I'm gonna go for the swish swish. If you guys don't know that, think of a knight who has a something shield, and the swish swish is that something.
Yeah, it's new.
Right, but it hasn't been touched, and all of a sudden, after all of these months, and it's off.
Kara's
Hey,
daughter
sure,
flips
look.
through a box, which ironically contains two old Chucky dolls, only to find that a Santa figurine has suddenly activated itself and is just talking away, even though the power switch is turned off. But there's something even weirder here that video viewers noticed after this clip was uploaded. Because,
What?
did you hear it?
Right, but it hasn't been touched, and all of a sudden, after all of these months,
I don't know. Because you have the power of fort. What is it called? The power of... Not deception. What is it called? Not persuasion. perceiving, I think. I could be wrong. I know there's a proper term for it, but I don't remember. But suggestion, that's the fucking word. Basically, the power of suggestion is where you hear a noise and then you try to hear to make out what that noise is. And the thing is, your brain is trying to figure out what that noise is saying, right? And you can come up with loads of different things. So if I didn't write anything and made whatever that Santa noise was when they were pulling it out, right? What if they didn't put the word no stop in it? What if they put the word your mum? So, a little experiment, okay? I'm going to go to this part and think your mum. The Santa is saying your mum, okay? I'm going to what is it called? I'm going to be doing this for now. You'll still hear it, but you guys won't be seeing the word this way. And remember, Santa Claus is saying your mum. This is an experiment, and I want to see if you can hear those exact words.
Sudden after all of these months. And
so tell me, did it work? Because it didn't fucking work for me. But that's probably because I saw the word no stop. If I first watched it and not know what was going on, and I was thinking something different, I probably will hear something different. So do the same experiment but with something completely different that you haven't seen, and I bet other people will hear something different to what you hear. Oops. Bollocks.
these months. And it's off. And it's off. And it's off.
Just as the Santa doll is picked up and suddenly stops talking, it can be heard seeming to frantically yell, "No, stop!" So is...
So basically I did what he did, just. I wasn't expecting him to do that, that's why I did it, but oh well.
Kara's basement haunted? Is the little Santa doll possessed by some wayward spirit? Or is it all just a very odd coincidence? You decide. Daddy Ghost. One morning, a woman named...
Well, the thing is turned off, and usually that symbolizes something more supernatural. But the thing is, maybe the switch doesn't work and it was still turned on. I don't know. Something to watch out for.
Cheyenne is taking care of her 2-year-old daughter when the little girl says something very strange.
Okay, who is it?
Daddy. Daddy's right there.
Is it your daddy?
No, it's your daddy.
Where?
Daddy's right there.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, show me.
See?
Oh,
Your daddy's missing you.
my dad is missing me.
That's your dad.
Let's go get him. Where'd he go?
In you.
Okay, show me.
Her daughter seems to be referring to Cheyenne's dad, which is odd because not only has her daughter never met her granddad, but even Cheyenne herself was only just a toddler when her father passed away. So Cheyenne shows her daughter a picture, and the little girl confirms that it's the man she saw in the hallway of their house.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, it looks like that.
Daddy. Daddy. Daddy.
Yeah. And Mabel, what does your ghost do?
No.
What did you say he gave you?
Heart.
A heart?
Daddy.
No, I think she said hug, but you misinterpreted it as hug, because even the subtitles said that. Hearing this back and realizing she said, he gave me a hug. Oh. I am blind.
You.
Heart.
A heart?
Daddy. Daddy.
Uh-huh.
Daddy.
Yeah.
2 days later, and it happens again.
Just see me.
What sees you? The ghost? What are you talking about?
Come on.
Whoa!
The dryer scared me, and you already freaked me out.
Bro. I thought you slipped or something. I was going to say, are you okay?
Oh my God.
Cheyenne says that her daughter still occasionally talks to the entity that the little girl now refers to as, quote, Daddy Ghost. But Cheyenne says that some online comments have scared her a bit.
She calls him Daddy Ghost. She's only had an experience like that 2 or 3 times. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, I try to capture it on video. I also had a lot of comments saying that it wasn't like something nice. It was something mean. That freaked me out, so don't.
Really? Alright. To those who are saying stuff like that in the comments, I understand where you're coming from. But the thing is, if the child is not scared, then you shouldn't be scared. The only time you should be scared is when the child is scared. Now, I know what you're thinking. That makes no sense. It does make sense in this context. If the child is scared of something that you cannot see, hear, taste, smell, or touch, right? And the child is scared of it, then you should be scared of it. If it's something you can see, smell, taste, and touch, right? And they are scared of it, then that's a different thing. Then you will make your own threat assessment then. But if you can't see, smell, taste, or touch it, right, and they're scared, then you should be too. So, since the child is not scared, there was no reason to say that the ghost is mean.
Don't say that again. A lot of people were telling me don't communicate with it. I'm not. I'm scared. She is, and she doesn't understand. So, tell him, Mabel.
So is Cheyenne's daughter seeing the ghost of her granddad stopping by for a visit? What do you think? A grave situation.
You know what? If it is the granddad stopping by, then that granddad is watching over them, making sure that they're A-okay and nothing bad is happening. Especially since he couldn't be there for his own daughter growing up properly. He'll try to be there as much as he can for his granddaughter. So,
a young woman named Britt lives on a large horse ranch in the mountains.
Britt.
She says that lately, things around the ranch have gotten a little strange. Well, actually, they've gotten a lot strange. It all starts one day when Britt's dog Josie just completely freaks out.
So,
it's always the fucking animals in it. Because I have one of those instincts where if an animal is scared of something that you can't see, touch, or taste, or smell, then you should be too. And if that animal runs away, you should run away too.
I'm recording this just in the off chance that no one believes me. Maybe I can catch it. And by the way, I have a freaking cemetery in my front yard.
Why the fuck do you have a cemetery in your front yard? Like, literally, why did you buy a house that has a cemetery in the front yard?
I was just inside. I'm by myself with my dog.
Well, you better go bloody back in because your dog is fucking scared. Go and save your dog.
She's up in that room upstairs. You can really hear her working. Josie?
The thing is, she left the fucking door open. You just made things worse for yourself, because if there is a ghost, you just basically let intruder have an opportunity for an intruder to walk in there, hide, and be ready to jump out and go. I can't say that word because you should probably, but let's just say unfortunate situations might happen to you because of that intruder that came into your house because you left the door open. I'm saying, as soon as you leave the house, shut the door. You don't have to lock it if you're going to be in the house vicinity, but shut the door. Because it's not just humans, it's animals, flies, all sorts of things that could go in there and you don't want.
Josie.
Oh shit.
Josie? Josie?
Nothing better happened to that dog, because if something happened to that dog, I'm gonna go into the bloody video screen, go into that video, find the ghost who did it, and kill the bloody ghost again. Okay, dog's okay.
Yeah, she's just been staring at that, and then she started barking, and she growled. And when she growled, I kind of like booked it. But I don't really know, like, that's usually like her stance while she's waiting for me to come home, and I'm just like, is she waiting for someone to walk out of that closet? Like, I just don't really know what she's staring at. Because again, like, this is usually how she looks when she's waiting for me to come in, and I'm just like, what? What is it? What is it?
The dog starts ferociously barking at the upstairs bedroom closet for absolutely no reason. But little Josie's strange behavior doesn't stop there. As Britt mentioned, she has a private cemetery in front of her house where some of her family members and also several of their deceased pets are all buried together.
If you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. At least it's their own private graveyard.
Recently, the dog Josie has just started staring at the small graveyard.
Josie. Josie, what's going on?
The horses on the ranch often just stare toward the small cemetery as well.
Well, that's not creepy.
Alright, if I was you, I would get rid of the cemetery. This is why we have public cemeteries. I'm sorry, but best to put the dead in a public area. A public cemetery area.
Seriously, what are you two looking at? What is it?
But now, weirdest of all, Britt says that lately the neighbors' cows have started to wander over to her property, and they also just weirdly stand around the small graveyard.
Oh, crying out loud. If you got the cows in on it now, this is just turning from a bad situation to a worse situation to a catastrophe. What next? The dead is starting to come back alive. If that happens, that is a catastrophe. Get it? Cat girl.
See, this is what I'm talking about. They literally just come and hang out here all the time now. It's a newer development. Like, why? They just kind of come and literally breathe around this area. And they just kind of will freeze and won't move. So, yeah.
Is it me, or do cows actually make that noise? Because that doesn't sound like a fucking cow to me.
What's up?
Britt is confused and a little creeped out by all of the animals' strange behavior. But things are about to take an even more terrifying turn.
Oh, for crying out loud! The dead is starting to walk around. Fuck's sake.
Britt orders some food from Uber Eats. The driver is a bit disturbed by the gathered cows at the graveyard, but he completes his delivery. And then things just get weird.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sorry about that.
This is location is outside. No here.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. No problem.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You a cow?
I scared. He's like, oh.
They're actually not mine. I don't know. It wasn't showing up.
You know him?
No.
Oh.
They come hang out around here every night. Yeah.
If I was her, I would call up your neighbour and tell him to get your cows back in, because it seems like the cows are at a danger point.
What would you do if this happened in your house?
Oh my god.
Sorry. I'm pretty sure I did that. I probably got it recorded but forgot to send it to him. I'll double check that. But for now, let's continue. If I start seeing a ghost, a silhouette of a ghost, right, or a zombie coming out from the bloody graves, I'm so gonna lose my shit.
Hi.
Cow.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. See, this is what I'm talking about. Every freaking night, like even at night, they even come and hang out here, and they just like stand and like.
Ah, fuck no. You left the door open too, didn't you? Didn't you? What did I say? What did I say about the door? I said the door. What did I say about the door? Go back. Go back to the point. Go back to the beginning of this clip. And you will see at some point where I said something about the door. Did she close the door? Let's go back, shall we? Remember this, 15:49. Yes, I know we're going past our limit, but I'm going to be watching the rest of this clip and then going off it. But first, let's go back to this. Does she close her door?
What would you do if this happened in your house?
She doesn't close the door. She didn't close the door. What the...
Are you for...
I was right. She didn't close her door. Are you fucking mad? Oh, for crying out loud. You could have had burglars, robbers, all sorts. But now you have the dead inside. Even more so.
real right now?
Why are you walking so slow? Your alarm went off. You should be running inside to check what the fuck is going on in there. If something flies out or runs out or the house blows up, it's GG's for her. So music's playing too. According to the YouTube speech bot things, and there's a fly around. Whoa! Ah, nah.
Something sets off the alarm inside Britt's house, and as she carefully walks back inside, some unseen force seems to actually grab and pull her shirt. She drops her food in terror and runs back out. Britt says that she was too afraid to return to the house. She spent the rest of the night in the family RV that was parked outside. Hunter.
I don't think I need to say much about that one because I've been saying a lot as well on it. So and I have to admit, I was doing fine until that shirt got pulled, and that's when things got a little different. Pardon me. So it was 7. Okay, 7 got me good, and why do they not close the doors? You will be letting all stuff, all S-O-U-R-T, all sorts of stuff. SORTS. S-O-R-T-S. All sorts of stuff in and the heat out. And it's like, why? Mother whispers, as if her life depended on it. Child, as loud as humanly possible. What did you say, Mummy? That is true. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. $15.31. Props to the delivery driver joining the ghost hunt for a moment. I'm not sure about that one, Chief, because that'll just be asking for trouble. The Santa is actually about to say, "Nose up, Rudolph. My family had the same one when I was younger." This is what's telling you about you can hear different words through the power of suggestion. The power of suggestion is a very powerful thing. My biggest flex is that I can watch almost all of these videos and still fall asleep. Yeah, that's me too. It's my own inner thoughts that screw me over. On the clip with the hunters and the... Okay, that's it. 1905. I haven't seen that. I'll be watching the rest of this on my own, off stream, so don't worry about that. I'm just going to go through the comments for you all. Somebody got away with murder. Yeah, all the... Okay, that's a spoiler. The lady that spent the night in the VR... Why did I say VR, man? Come on. Am I really that blind? RV couldn't even eat the food she ordered. To be honest, I'm a food person, and if I had my food, I wouldn't be leaving that shit for nobody. I'd be taking that with me. Runaway eating. She went back to bring it to the RV. I googled it. Oh, at least she didn't sleep hungry. What did she see though? It's not what she's seen, it's what she felt. I don't think she saw anything, but you can see something grabbed her shirt, which is what scared her. Something pulled her by the t-shirt. Alright, my bad. I got a habit of looking at the comments section while watching, so I didn't really focus. I used to do that until I realized every time he asked, "Did you see that?" I didn't. My problem is I used to do that until I get spoiled by the comments, and I shouldn't do. Hey, I can see myself live. I'm getting recommended my own channel. Funny. And this very stream. Let's see. Yeah, this clip wasn't my favourite. Why start in the yard showing the cemetery, slowly walking up stairs? Show us a clip of a camera already in room and then walk into the closet instead of putting the phone down first. Putting the phone first. To be honest, I was thinking that too. It was probably the editing. So weird. Yeah, I do a little bit of editing myself, and I have to say, you should have played more of that down if I was them, because either that is the camera from the phone, or that is a second camera, as it clearly said in the video, but I could be wrong. That was already planted there before she got up there, and I would like to see the entire thing that video was recording before she got up there. I'd like to know that. Speaks really well for a 2-year-old. No, it's your daddy. That little girl's voice melted my heart. See, when I see this, all I'm thinking is, ugh. But if this is an abbreviation of something, then I would like to know. And that would be the end of that. So, goodbye, farewell, and I will see you all. Oh, wait, before you go, there's a little something I want to test out. New headset connected to don't switch, I'll swap it up myself. Yep. And then headphones. Okay, voice lab. Edit. Okay. Oh. Hello there. Hold the show.
I was thinking of using this voice. But the thing is, it keeps I think it told you quickly because let me get rid of that.
I think me talking too quickly is making it screw up. So if you want to hear more of that voice, let me know. If you don't, let me know. Anyway, goodbye, farewell, and I'll see you all again next time. Cheerios!